Okay, that's good. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. We're good. They can't hear y'all. Do you guys want them to hear you for this or no? You guys don't have to. I'm asking everyone. I'm reading fan fiction. Of random ass shit when I find on Wattpad. Okay, if no one says anything, I'm just gonna do it on my own. Alright, everybody. Welcome. It's me, Dingo, and this is the first installment, hi Kiki, of Dingo, it's me, Dingo, reading fan fiction. I can't hear you, so there's a lot of funny stuff going on in my ear that y'all can't hear. I will try to fix that as we go. Well, because I'm doing it through my computer. Let me do my settings. Yes. They're missing out on so much. Headset and speakers. I wonder if I open the Xbox app if I can hear you through Jose. Introducing everyone's favorite. Dap me up, Jose. Someone send him an invite. Any of y'all have it where you can invite it? Dap me up, Jose. Anybody? I think I can. Where's he on? Is it showing on? Guess. Chats. Oh my Christ. I deleted the message between me and Dap Me Up Jose, so now I can't add him. So I asked if any of y'all had it. Oh, here it is. It shows him offline. That's what's weird. That's a perfect song to do it. Here we go. Okay, it told me that I joined it. Now it says I'm in a party. He's in a party on his own. Sorry, stream. I can't. I'd have to either reset my whole shit to have everyone be heard, or do this way. No, I'm talking my stream. So there's not even notification. What the fuck's my, like, notification for the party? don't know why it says he's showing off mine either. Oh, there it goes. Okay, he'll see if this stream gets it. I think he can hear you. Kiki, can you hear us? Scream louder. Kiki, can you hear the music now? If you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. Yeah, you are. Kiki! I gotta yell at her.
Kiki.
Ree! She's saying Ree. She can hear it. She can't hear it. She can barely. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn you all down a little bit.
Nah, she's just vibing.
No. Well, because it's louder than my mic is sometimes.
Alright, hold on.
No, you're good.
For us is 10 times louder.
You're good. It's also my headset was really loud. Of course. Okay, she can hear us. Alright, everybody. We're starting it. Ultimately, this is just going to be edited down and recorded. She's saying yes, she can hear us. So, this live one is going to be a really random-ass imaginary and score. Okay, she can hear us. Alright. So, tonight we're starting with...
Yeah, I didn't realize I was playing for that, huh?
Unforgettable. Bakugo X Reader. So when it means X Reader, the music is loud and you guys are perfect. Okay.
Yo, sorry, turn the music down.
It is very loud.
I'm gonna eat your ass.
Halfway at least. I don't care if it's playing, just halfway at least. But, so when it means X Reader, it means that it's talking about you, the reader. So, okay, it says, okay, your quirk, telekinesis and teleportation. You can move objects and or people with your mind while also being able to teleport. A little OP if you ask me.
Yo.
Yes.
Deadass?
What? Yeah, deadass. Okay, yes or no? I knew I shouldn't have watched that movie last night. Ugly and Thunder. Okay. You laid... Okay, yes, it's Y/N. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be you or the narrator.
Oh,
I knew I shouldn't have watched that movie last night. Ugly ass monster. You laid on the ground for... God, I swear to Christ, dude. Okay, I have to mute you guys. I do, honestly. I'm not being mean. I have to. Because you guys can't... You guys want to talk, and it'd be mean for me to tell you not to talk.
Fine.
Unless you want to go with it when I'm talking, dude. Okay, let's keep going.
I'll stay silent.
You laid on the ground for a bit and then got up. Got your clothes, toothbrush, hairbrush, and left your dorm to get to the bathroom where you met with the rest of the girls. Urika. Good morning, your name / narrator. We're just going to say Kiki. Good morning, Kiki, she said with a bright smile. Kiki says, good morning. Yes. You said unenthusiastically, but with a small smile. You wondered how she could be up so up and cheerful at this time of day. You greeted the rest of the girls and then hopped in the shower. God, it's really hard to read. You brushed your teeth, put on your uniform, dried your hair, and then walked to class. You walked in looking at your phone, not saying anything, and went to sit down at your desk. After a while, you felt someone sit in front of you, turning their desk to face yours. Bakugo. Hey, bitch, he said, flickering your forehead. Kiki. I told you to stop flicking me, fucking whore. Bakugo. What'd you call me? He said, smacking his hands on the desk and standing up, looking down at you. You did the same, but got all up in his face, causing him to back up. Kiki. A whore. He lifted his hand, but you turned around and jumped on his
This is
back,
some interesting reading.
causing him to lose his balance and fall on the ground. There you
Never
two
heard
were,
him refer
fighting
to
on the
anything
ground.
like that.
No one thought much. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute you guys.
Bakugo.
Park's
not
the
use
only
his
one
words
who
to
will
fight someone.
listen. Okay, we keep going. Fighting on the ground. No one thought much of it since you two were always play fighting like that. You suddenly felt a strong tug on your backpack, pulling you off Bakugo. Todoroki, you guys always do this, he said, disappointed. Kiki, he's just too sensitive. Kiki, Bakugo. Oh shit, I accidentally hit a button that I'm not supposed to hit. God damn it. Okay, I lost my place. I remember him calling her a whore. Since when? Kiki, he's just too sensitive. Bakugo, what'd you say? On your ass, being dragged by your backpack away from Bakugo, you stuck out your tongue out and made a face at Bakugo. He got mad and ran towards you with his hands ready to blow you up. You teleported out of Todoroki's grip, throwing yourself at Bakugo with a fist as well as... But... Okay, a fist... With a fist as well, but when you were in mid-air going at Bakugo, this is the #1 fanfiction right now, by the way, expecting an explosion from your hand collided with his face, but there was no explosion. Kiki, I won. What's wrong, Boom Boom Boy? Did you pussy out? Then it hit you. The only reason
What the
Bakugo's
fuck is
quirk
this
didn't
fanfic?
activate, or couldn't activate.
This shit is ass.
Part 2, it is. This is the #1 right now.
You're dead.
Your glory of landing the last hit on Bakugo quickly faded as you felt your cold aura.
What made you think that was a
You
good
spun
idea,
around on
first
your
of all?
heels and faced Aizawa. I'm gonna calm you down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Kiki, hey, I was a sensei. You awkwardly laughed, scratching the back of your head. Kiki, have I told you how good and healthy your hair has been looking? What conditioner do you use? I was at detention, both of you, after school. Kiki, I actually have somewhere to go after school because I need new underwear. You quickly covered your mouth, realizing you had said it out loud. You turned bright red, and Bakugo covered his mouth to stop himself from laughing. I was enough fooling around, Kiki. Bakugo, how many times have I told you not to fight in my class? Kiki, bruh. You covered your mouth again. Kiki, I mean, sir, I'm sorry, we're just play fighting. I suggest you stop talking. Kiki, yeah, me too. Kiki sat down, all red, and Bakugo got up and stomped over to his desk. Everyone else, holding in their laps, took their seats and class started. Todoroki, who sits next to you, was making fun of you the whole time. I mean, you expect nothing less from your best friend after that. Todoroki, think you can get me some underwear too? Kiki, I hate you so much. He laughed slightly. Everyone in class knew you two were close, but they still found it weird how you could make him laugh and smile. You had known him since you were younger, and the family issues brought you together very close. There's Park typing in. I was Kiki. Ayo, teach, I mean, sir, you think you can spend my lunch in here for detention instead of after school? I was a no. Kiki, oh, come on. I was a no. Kiki, please, I was a sensei. You pleaded after a while. He rolled his eyes and agreed. Todoroki, I'll see you after lunch, Kiki. Kiki, all right. Bakugo, does that mean I will have to stay here as well? If I don't eat something right now, I'll blow this idiot's head off right now. When I say a name before the sentence, that means that's the person talking. Kiki says, I'll say that word. Kiki says, whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9. You said frantically, waving your hands up and leaning back. Bakugo, I swear to God, I'ma kill you, Kiki. Iwaza says, no, Bakugo. If you'd rather spend your detention after school, that's fine. I don't really care. Bakugo, he stomps out of the classroom with his pants sagging. Kiki says, yo, so about my grade in this class, you think you can round it up? I was, no, Kiki. No, now be quiet. Kiki, everyone just has a I was, sorry. Everyone just has a problem with me. It's Aizawa. Aizawa. Everyone just had a problem with me today. I was Kiki. Kiki says, I'm kidding. I'll shut up. Sorry. Kiki's got some balls in this. That was part 2. Fanfictions. Part.
Is this some
This is
anime
from an
bullshit?
anime.
Yes, this is an anime character and the reader being in love. That's the whole idea of this particular type of fanfiction.
Bullshit.
Okay, I was, it says. Alright, I'll let you out 10 minutes early because your stomach grumbling won't let me sleep. If I catch you in Bakugo, or anyone for that fact, fighting, I will make you and the other person go clean Minetta's dorm. Oh my god, the horny-ass kid. Kiki says, no! You threw your hands at him and then retracted them back to cover your mouth. Kiki says, no, please, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. You said with the most serious face ever. Oh, it was great, you're dismissed. You grabbed your backpack and phone and left to the lunch area, Kiki says. Now where is my favorite little idiot? You said, scanning the room. You saw Todoroki throwing away his soba bowl and ran to him. Kiki, hey ho, miss me? Todoroki, no. You rolled your eyes. Kiki, anyways, you busy after school? Todoroki, no, but you have a date with some underwear, don't you? Kiki, Shoto. You saw his expression go from looking down at the floor chuckling to looking up completely compelled. Kiki says, I'll make so many daddy jokes you looked ahead to see what he was staring at. Momo. Kiki, you like her? Todoroki, no. What? No. Kiki, You said, sucking in air through your teeth, and stepped in front of him. He stopped to stare at you. You leaned your torso over to him with a smug look on your face. Kiki, lying to your best friend, huh? Bozo move. I knew you were lying, so there's no point in hiding it, Shoto Todoroki. Todoroki. Not the government name. You gasp and laugh. Kiki, oh my god, finally. I thought your sense of humor would stay bland. Good job. Todoroki, well, I mean, after forcing me to watch TikToks with you, I picked it up.
Wait. I didn't take a fucking laugh. Hold on.
I'm hurting inside.
Dude. What the fuck?
Okay.
What show is this even from?
It's supposed to be My Hero Academia. But I guess whoever's writing this, it's all females. It's all teenage females writing love stories with characters from anime. Alright, Kiki. Now let's work on smiling a little more.
It explains so much.
He slightly smiled, looking down while walking, and shook his head. You laughed and you two walked the roof where you would always hang out after eating. You got there and sat down. He followed you and sat down next to you. You took in a deep breath and exhaled, enjoying the air in your face. Kiki. So, Momo, huh? Todoroki, stop. Kiki, come on. Todoroki, okay, yeah. I like her, but... Kiki, but... You said turning your head to the side? Todoroki, the way I look at Momo isn't the same way as she looks at me. Kiki, what does that matter? Give her all the reason to look at you that way. Todoroki, how would I do that? Kiki, maybe, talk to her instead of always just talking to me? Todoroki, but I like talking to you. You're my best friend. I enjoy our conversation. Kiki, you're so embarrassing. Todoroki, but I'm serious. Kiki, that's not what I mean, you big dummy. Todoroki, so then, what do you mean? Kiki, you know, for the smartest kid in class, you're really slow. Todoroki, but you said, Kiki, I meant it. Be a little more outgoing. Talk to her. Todoroki, I do talk to her. We talk during the students versus teach. Kiki, outside of class. You smacked his head. He rubbed his head and then looked forward. Todoroki, I mean, I guess you're right. Kiki, of course I'm right. And hey, if you guys don't work out, I can always get you and my aunt together. Todoroki, do not let that woman anywhere near me. Where's this lore coming from?
They're underage.
Yeah, they're teenagers. Well, actually, in Japan, the legal age is 14, so anyone above a freshman in high school is legal age.
Well, how do we know they were in Japan?
Well, it's My Hero Academia. They're in Japan. We don't know. We don't know. You're right. You're right. We don't know. Fans, we don't know. Well, My Hero Academia is made in Japan for sure. Most anime is made in Korea, but My Hero Academia is a Japanese anime.
It's 13.
Oh, that's even worse!
So, in Japan, the age of consent is low at 13, although some... Oh, fuck.
This is serious knowledge. Kiki says I'm scared.
In Tokyo, listen. In Tokyo, it's 18. but everyone else is 13.
I don't know where they're from. So anyways, let's move on. They haven't had sex yet, so. You laughed at his expression, and soon the bell rung, so you two got off the roof and headed towards class. When you got there, you entered the class making fun of Todoroki's hair. Kiki, yo, head. Oh, what? Okay, I really gotta read this differently now. Okay, Kiki, yo.
I can't believe Keith
Yo, head could be. This is really hard to read. Yo, head could be the new Peru flag. Todoroki, you're just mad your hair isn't as healthy as mine. Kiki, and you stopped laughing and looked at him with a blank face. He chuckled and walked in front of you to your desk. Kiki, I'm gonna shave your hair white when you're asleep. Todoroki, still won't make yours healthy. Cause he's got half red and white, or half brown and red hair, so he's gonna shave all the brown parts and leave the white shit. Todoroki, still won't make yours healthy. You puffed your cheeks up and looked at the side to see Momo. You smirked and called her over. Kiki, Momo! She turned around so gracefully. No wonder this idiot likes her. Shit, I might just... That's a Kiki thing right there. It's not that hard to read. Just gotta be an expert like me, says Kiki. Okay, Kiki, come. Todoroki, what the hell are you doing? He whispered while getting his notebooks out. You smiled while saying through your teeth. Kiki, make fun of my hair again, motherfucker. Hey, girl, you said, lightly punching her shoulder. You didn't know how to greet other girls, she... That's Kiki. Kiki, or Momo, hey, Todoroki. Todoroki, hey. You kicked his shin, causing him to jerk forward. Momo, are you alright? Kiki, he's fine. Anyways, you awkwardly smiled, not knowing what to do at this point. Momo, did you need something? Pals, or anything? Or pads, or anything. She's asking if she needs pads. Kiki, no, I mean, no, I was just gonna ask, Kiki, think, bitch, you said to yourself. Do you want to go to the mall? Yes, that. What, do you want to go to the mall with Todoroki and I after school? Todoroki, wait, what? You kicked him in the shin again in the same place, causing him to jerk forward and bite his lip. Kiki, or Momo, oh, the mall? Yeah, of course, she said with a big smile. You smiled back. Kiki, great. I will, knock on your dorm when we're leaving. Momo, okay. Kiki, okay. She smiled and walked back to her desk.
Park, I swear fucking
Todoroki.
what did you pick up?
I'm not going. Kiki, yes, you are. Todoroki, no. Kiki, yes. Todoroki, Kiki. I'll get you soba whenever you want. Todoroki, does that include game nights? Kiki, yes, it includes game nights. Todoroki, that's fine. You both split and went to your dorms and changed out of your uniforms. You change into whatever your aesthetic may be. Oh, okay. Your aesthetic is Baby, which I'm guessing is a brand. And you figured you would go to Todoroki's dorm to see if he wasn't worrying too much. You walk into his room and walk into him wearing a turtleneck and some sweats. Kiki, girl, what in the entire fuck are you wearing? Todoroki, clothes?
There's so much in that show.
I know. Kiki, strip. Todoroki, what? Kiki, take it off. I'm not letting you embarrass yourself like this in front of Momo. He stood there just looking at you. Kiki, don't be shy. Strip. Todoroki, stop saying it like that. Kiki, bruh, shut the fuck up. We used to take baths together. Todoroki, 12 years ago. Kiki, you're so annoying. You say, walking over to his closet, picking out a crew neck, some Deekies and Vans. You walked over to, well, because they grew up as kids. You walk over to him. You walk over to him naked. You walk over to him naked, sitting on the bed, and throw the clothes to him. You flopped onto his bed and went on your phone. Todoroki, do I look good? You turned around and winked your eyes with a smile growing on your face. Kiki, awooga! My sexy ass, my bitch sexy ass fuck. Todoroki, you're so embarrassing. Stop. You laughed at him and then got up. Todoroki, I'm a little nervous. Kiki, relax. Wait here, okay? You said while running off to knock on Momo's dorm. She answered with a weird expression. Momo, Kiki, Kiki, please don't tell me you can't go. No, Momo, no, it's not that. It's just I might have slipped out that I was going to, and Aruka wanted to go, and she wanted Midori to go, and he wanted Baku to go, and Kiki, oh, that's fine. The more the merrier. No, you said in your head. You smiled through your irritated emotions. Kiki, so, I guess Todoroki and I will be waiting for you all in the living room. And Uraka and Midoriya and Bakugo, you said, clenching your teeth in anger, but a smile and an awkward laugh. Momo, okay, I'll be out in a second, she said, giggling and closing her door. You stood there for a second. Fun,
Monkey.
you thought. You spun around on your heels and walked back over to where Todoroki was sitting. Kiki, looks like your best friend is coming. Todoroki, well, of course you are. You're the one who planned this. Kiki, I meant Bakugo. Todoroki, oh, I hate you. Kiki, so is Uraka and Midoriya. Todoroki, well, I guess that's fine. After all, we are all friends. Bakugo, you and I aren't friends, Icy Hot. Kiki, the yelling begins. Music to my ears. Bakugo, shut up, you idiot. Because of you, I had to serve detention. Kiki, you're the one who can't take a simple name calling. Ironic, isn't it? Bakugo, I'm gonna kick your ass. Kiki, yeah? Go ahead. You turned your back to him and stuck out your ass, grabbing onto your knees.
Wait, what did he say?
That's what Kiki did.
I know you're in the right now.
Yeet!
Yeah, I know she can't. That's the problem.
Wait till the next ad pops up. We'll time. Bakugo, what the hell are you doing? You looked back to him to see if bright red Bakugo with an angry face. Kiki, what's wrong? Kick it. Bakugo, you're a fucking idiot. Kiki, stop staring at it and just kick. Bakugo, I'm not looking at it. Now stop. Kiki, no. Todoroki, Kiki, stop. Kiki, fine, but only because it's you. Bakugo, are you saying Icy has more control here than me? Suck my dick. You raised your hand and Bakugo started choking. You were using your quirk to lift him up off the ground while choking him, Darth Vader style. Kiki, you stop talking all that shit unless you want me to do it, bitch. Bakugo, Kiki, he said, choking in the air. You released him and he hit the ground. He caught his breath, coughed, and then got up from the ground. Bakugo, he exclaimed as he stomped over to sit on the couch. Yes, you did that, because you're a bad bitch. Bakugo used it to everyone to being afraid of him. Kiki forgives. Oh, you forgive if you didn't give him the satisfaction of being afraid of his little ego would shrink. Todoroki, well, that was entertaining. Midoriya, hey guys. Kiki, hey. Todoroki, well, hello, Midoriya. Kiki, there's Uraka and Momo. I seriously need the new Todoroki. Anyways, you laughed and hugged Todoroki from behind the couch by his neck. He was watching TikToks. You. Kiki, I mean, it's gonna get there. Kiki, hey, that's the dance I was trying to learn. Todoroki, yeah, I saw you terrible at dancing. Kiki, okay, this is part 7. We're at part 7 now. Kiki, I don't know whether to feel flustered or embarrassed or etc.
How long are these? A paragraph?
It has, I think 49 parts. We're only going to go to 10 parts on this one. We're going to switch to another fan fiction because I can't keep up with this too much.
This is making my.
You want to switch to another one? You want to switch to another fan fiction?
Fucking
Okay.
Get that shit away from it.
Immediately skips to the gay shit.
It's for Kiki!
Thing I can't get.
You would if this is what you heard as an.
I got this. It's an no. I got it. I got it, guys. It's called That Uchiha Girl, Kakashi X Reader.
Huh? Alright, wait. So,
Naruto.
give me some background.
Naruto.
It's an anime. Okay.
Gonna have to-
Kiki, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna use your name as the reader part for every part now. Because you're the most fanfiction. I need gay shit! Okay, I'll look up gay shit, fine.
Yeah, use Sai's name for that.
He sucks.
Sai?
Real name.
Just search it up and see if I find gay fanfiction on Wattpad? I don't know. I mean, I'll search it up,
You
but...
can't say gay. Say yaoi. You'll
Yaoi.
always find that shit.
I found a Carl Grimes gay fanfiction.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
It's a kid from... Yeah.
Dead?
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Okay. I just had to put it out. There's a second one!
Said, I will
There's a third one!
anyone I have standards.
Get the fuck out.
I do have standards. Thank you very much. Thank you for acknowledging that I have standards.
Okay, Kiki, this is what you wanted. Bakugo X Deku.
I need need to start a
quoted as,
you to come here
"Damn nerd."
and need to spawn as possible.
Okay, we found one. We found our gay one. It's Bakugo X Deku.
Alright, which one is that?
This is My Hero Academia again. This is what the first one was. Kachan. Before I this is from the art. Kiki wanted. She picked it. Carl Wheelzer. She screamed that. Yeah, that's what she screamed. Okay. Before I start, I just wanted to say that this is my first story. So, yeah, on to the story. Okay, starts from Deku's point of view. I'm gonna do my Deku voice. What am I doing? Why are my legs moving? I thought as I stared at Kanchan's face, roaring with rage at the sight of me, I looked into his eyes as I scraped away at the terrible sludge villain's dark green slimy body. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I could feel the heat of the fires around me and all the voices from behind me. What the hell? Why are you here? Kacchan says, once he finally realized I was trying to save him. I knew he didn't like my help, but I needed to save him. I don't know, my legs, they just started moving, I said, through every attempt of trying to get him out of the clutches of the villain. Kacchan was someone I looked up to ever since I was little. He treated me so badly, but I always came back to him. This time was no different. Kacchan, I couldn't just stand there and watch you die. Ah! I cried as I opened my eyes to the ceiling. I was now sitting up straight, looking around frantically. My body was sweating and I was out of breath. Not again, I thought. This was the third time this month I kept having the dream. That was the most traumatizing moment of my life, and my mind doesn't let me forget it. Of course, now that I'm in UA, I have gotten used to the villain attacks, and now, more than anything, there needs to now know everything there needs to know about fighting. I sighed, and I turned my head to meet my alarm clock, displaying 6 a.m. on its screen. It was time for me to get ready for school. After getting ready for school, I looked up at the atmosphere around me as I walked to school. The sky had a hint of darkness to it, complementing the cold breeze. It looked at the ground as I thought about my quirk. One for all. I still needed to master it, and with the help of All Might, hopefully I will. Deku! A voice called out behind me, interrupting my thoughts. Oh, it's a girl. This is Uruka. Wait up! Wait up! Uruka? I said, squinting my eyes up and running at me. Yeah, it's me, she said. She was walking alongside me now. Wait, what are you doing here? Isn't your house on the other side of the city? I asked, confused. Oh, I just, She paused. She had a look on her face like she was trying to come up with an excuse. Uruka's point of view. Wait, what are you doing here? Isn't your house on the other side of the city? Deku asked me. I said, trying to come up with a believable lie. I couldn't tell Deku that I was at the store and bought him a present for his birthday coming up next week. I looked around and helped, but failed. It was at my father's office helping him work. That's what I was doing. I spit out. I rarely even lie so naturally. I was freaking out. Deku must have seen that because he said, okay then. Deku's point of view. I was a little worried about how Uruka was acting, but I decided not to put too much thought into it like I usually do. Before I knew it, the first bell rang the moment Uruka and I entered the building of UA. As I came into Class 1A, I heard conversations of all sorts, but ignored them. I sat in my seat as I waited for Mr. Aizawa to come in with his sleeping bag. No, it's not. This is not an X-reader. This is...
Yes, but you see the problem is you're going from point of views.
Yeah, that's how she's writing it.
You know what everybody is thinking. That's third person omnipotent. But at the same time, they're also narrating.
Well, that's what's happening. This is a thing. I sat in my seat as I waited for Mr. Aizawa and with his sleeping bag. It was eventually time for class, and everyone except Kacchan. The test. Hello there, children. I just warned you that there is cousin. Deku's point of view. Where was Kacchan? He usually wasn't this late. Not after that. Mr. I hope that he's okay. I stared blankly out at the teacher. I had an urge to point out that he wasn't present, but I let Iwasa figure that out. Katsuzi Bakugo, Mr. Iwasa said in his non-enthusiastic voice. No answer. He looked up from his paper and then stared at the seat in front of me. He then scanned the room while asking, has no one seen Bakugo? No answer. I was staring to get worried for some strange reason. My face is fucking burning. Not gonna Anyway, Mr. Iwaza said after a long silence, Today you will be taking a test containing 2 parts to prove your strategies and knowledge of fighting. Today we will be proving just the taking the writing portion, but you should be prepared for tomorrow for the physical contact. Come to the test and prepares at my desk, I guess. Everybody jumped from their desks and seats and came to Mr. Iwaza's desk. Behind it, I already saw him get into his beloved sleeping bag. He sure does love that thing. I got the paper, sat at my desk, got out the pencil, and started to examine the questions. I wasn't prepared for this, I thought. The worst part that were so many words to the questions. I was on the 5th question when my brain started to turn to mush. I needed a break. Mr. Iwaza, may I go to the restroom? I asked in a small voice, but loud enough for him to hear me. Yeah, sure, a voice said from the yellow sleeping bag. Bakugo's point of view. Damn it, I'm 20 minutes late. I thought as I walked into school, that lazy-ass teacher better not mark me absent. It's all because of that fucking notebook I left here. Now I gotta go all the way to the bathroom to get it. Oh my Christ, Deku just went to the... No, I spent all my time looking for it at home.
You hear Marvin Gaye start playing.
I was making fists with my hands and had a rotten look on my face like I cared anyway. The hallway was quiet. I could see classes inside, learning stuff I probably already knew. I eventually arrived in the bathroom door and slammed it open. The wall behind it, everyone cracked a little bit. Suddenly, I fell and something fell on top of me. It was that damn nerd. Kiki's like, ah! Oh shit, I just shook my phone. Kiki, you ready? It's getting there.
Why did you pick that?
I didn't mean to. It's the heat of the fucking moment.
It's the heat. I'm fangirling, not gonna lie. Okay, Kiki.
There was nothing there. Remember, we killed everything.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Alright.
Even then, why would
So,
you
yeah,
have done
just-
that?
Deku, now switching back to Deku's point of view. What the heck just happened? I fell on someone when I was walking out of the bathroom, but who? I thought as I was still on the ground of the cold bathroom floor. I quickly looked up and saw Ka-chan looking at me. Ka-chan, I said as I got there. What are you doing here? Weren't you absent? I felt my... That's his name! I felt... That's his nickname, Ka-chan. I felt my nickname.
Keep going.
None of your business. None of your business, damn nerd, he said. I noticed that his face had a hint of blush to it, too. Oh my Christ. I guess he saw that I noticed and looked down. Oh God! Kiki's having fun right here. None of your damn business, he said. I noticed. Okay. Oh, I also saw a notebook near the sink. I think it had your name on it, I said, pointing to it inside the now closed bathroom door. He didn't say anything after I said that. He opened the door and entered. I turned my head slightly and peeked inside. He was standing there, staring at his black notebook. I felt my whole body get hot as I quickly turned around and returned to class. 50 Shades of Plus Ultra. No.
It's 50 Shades of Academia.
Yes, that's the perfect one. Or Academy, depending on what country you're from. Bakugo's point of view.
Attack on Titan featuring
That bastard must have got water on it. Just great. I thought for some reason I could get the image of him out of my mind. When he fell on top of me, his warm hands, my chest, it felt... Why am I thinking about him? He's just a useless nerd. I broke out of my stupid thoughts and got to my notebook ahead of the class. Sauce? Deku's point of view. I couldn't concentrate after that. Right after... I couldn't concentrate after that. Right after I came into class, so did he. Oi! I was a sensei. I'm here now, he yelled right as he got in. I heard a little noise from Mr. Iwaza that I think translates to, I don't care, just get the test and sit down. As he was about to get to his seat, we met eyes, but only for a few seconds before he looked away. During those few seconds, something happened to me. My hands got all sweaty, and my heart started thumping fast. Why am I feeling this way?
Weird lump in my pants.
After school with Ulrika. This is after school with a girl. He's with a girl right now, okay? And then I felt all weird when I saw him. I said I had decided to tell Ulrika how I felt about Kachan. She was my friend after all. Friends always help you. Well, you said that your hands got sweaty and your heart started thumping fast, she asked. I nodded as I replayed the feeling in my head again. Deku, she said carefully. Yes? I can't do the voices too close. Yes? I looked at her. She hesitated before I spoke. I think you like Bakugo, she finally said. I froze. Deku's point of view. What? Do I actually like him? How is that possible? I mean, we've had a lot of history together, but do I really have feelings towards him? Deku, are you alright? Ulrika asked. Oh yeah, I'm totally fine. Why would you ask that? I said, with sweat running down my back. I guess I surprised the poor girl with my sudden tone because she flinched. Oh, well, okay, she said. Suddenly, her face changed emotions faster than Lita's quirk. Hey, don't forget it's almost your birthday. Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I forgot about that. I said. I scratched my neck with a nervous laugh. Whoa, I totally forgot that my birthday was coming up. I guess I was so distracted and I'm training that the thought of 17 in 3 more days slipped out of my mind. There you go, an actual age drop. After that, Ulrika got a call from her mom saying to come home. We all said goodbye and I headed home. All I wanted to do right now was lie down in my beautiful bed and push away my thoughts. Izuku, could you get some milk from the store for me? My mom called out as I stepped through the front door. I sighed. Here I was thinking I could relax for once. Sure, Mom, I called back. There was no point in trying to argue with my mother. I put my shoes back on and took my heavy backpack filled with textbooks of all sorts. I made my way to the direction of the grocery store. Bakugo's point of view. After school, I decided not to go straight home. That old hag known as my mom was in a bad mood because my stupid dad got her mad over something. I didn't even bother to ask what was pissing her off. Well, when she's mad, she's worse than Bakugo. I wanted to go somewhere where my parents wouldn't find me, so I decided to go to the grocery store. Stop calling out the fucking canon! It's not canon! I'm telling you, this is horny females! So I decided to go to the grocery store. I needed to buy some gum anyway. I looked around the store until I finally found the gum section. There was so many different flavors, but I barely noticed them because I knew which one I was going for. Extra gum peppermint. What the fuck? I said under my breath after I saw the price was $3. Usually the price was $1 at this store. I put my hands in my pockets and searched for my money. I pulled out $2 which were crumbled due to the lack of space in my pocket. Just great. I was $1 off. Suddenly, I heard a familiar voice near me. I looked up. What do you know? It's that damn nerd. Hey, Deku! I yelled. He stopped himself. He stopped from his annoying mumbling and looked in the direction that my voice was coming from. His eyes went wide when he turned to see me. Get your ass over here! I yelled and got his attention again. Good thing that he came over quickly before I got madder than I already was. Hey, Kachan, what's up? He stuttered out of all the people I could have run into. I ran into him. Yo, you got $1? I said simply. Wait, you want $1? He said. He turned a little red. Yeah, can you just give it to me? I said, getting annoyed. I looked into his eyes. He seemed nervous about something. So nervous his hands were shaking. Okay, he said as he fished out the $1. As he handed me the money, both of our fingers touched. Deku jumped at the contact and turned even redder than he already was. I was kind of surprised that he would react this way. He's been acting really weird lately, weirder than usual. I caught myself staring at him, so I looked away, snatched the $1 from him, and put it in my pocket. Can you stop acting so fucking nervous around me for once? I said, irritated. I added the F word. I get nervous because of you, Kachan, he mumbled quietly. What? I asked. I can never understand what he says when he murmurs. This is not it. God damn, I swear to God. Nothing. Bye, he said, running away from me. As he turned away, I could see his face turn red like a tomato. I glanced at him as he ran off. Whatever. Deku's point of view. Kiki, intense breathing. I will, next! I gotta get to the part where they fuck, so Kiki can be happy. This is for Kiki, it's not for you. So let's not be selfish. She asked for it!
She's a 15-year-old.
She asked for it! They're 17!
Sir, this is not legal for her to...
Yeah, it
You
is.
cannot say that on stream.
Yes, I can!
And you cannot admit to reading pornography to children.
It's an 18 plus stream, so she's technically in the wrong.
She is not 18. You're in the wrong for doing it.
No, I'm not!
You have a disclaimer on your stream saying it's for adults only.
This is on Wattpad. It does not say 18 plus. She could find it at her own convenience. In a court of law, they could not get me.
That's not how laws work, though.
Yeah, it does.
No, it's not.
Yes, it does. You're not a fucking lawyer. I don't know why you're saying this shit.
You cannot just read pornography
It's not porn!
because the website says it's okay.
Okay, kid, you want to do some fucking math? It's for adults.
It's not porn. It's not porn.
Does it say it's not for kids?
Have you heard anything that was porn so far?
Sir,
She can read stuff that has mature content. Like, I can reference sex. That is okay. Watch Family Guy. That's 14 plus. You wanna fucking try me again?
but there's no sex in Family Guy.
Yes, there is! What?
Is, but they don't.
You
They don't show it. I'm not gonna show it. Have I shown it? Have I shown it?
Is it described?
Have I shown it? Tell me, guys, have I shown sex? Have you heard the word sex? That, while I'm reading.
Yes.
You said that they're fucking.
You like to read to the part where they were going to fuck.
Yes, right before it, I'm going to switch to the next one. I'm not going to say it, but anyone who can read context will know what happened. That's her.
Go stick my head in a fucking hole and never come back.
Okay, Kiki, I have to switch it. You don't get to hear this anymore.
You're not allowed. We've been arguing for the last fucking.
Score doesn't want you. Score pointed out that you can't read. You can't be a part of this, so I gotta switch.
I mean, you can do Attack on Titan shit. I'm down.
All of them are literally like love. Like all of them are going to lead to there. That's what a fanfiction is.
Dude, you couldn't hear us with the first fucking one. We were all.
She can hear it. She can hear you guys.
No, because you can hear us.
All right, I got one. I got one, Sai.
Please.
Yes.
Please, no more. No more.
Then Park, get out of the party.
Okay.
I'm doing this for my content, man. I'm trying to make content.
Fucking item.
I'm trying to make content.
God, I'm gonna kill it.
What is it?
Levi. It's
Fucking Levi here.
I guess the reader.
Okay, we should definitely.
An OC.
Daddy side.
There's an OC. I'll do the reader. Here, I'll do the one the reader. Daddy Sai. I will say Daddy Sai.
Oh yeah, Daddy side. You won't.
I will say Daddy Sai each time. Well, there goes those two. Make it invite only, or make it uninvite only. Just for a second. Well, send me an invite, cause I'm gonna say something.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it invite only, sir.
Will you send me an invite back? Okay. I just want to say thank you. I told you to leave because you were getting mad. I'm trying to make content. And you told me to stop. That's all. I'm not mad at you. I'm just, like, if it makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. It's something I do for content. And I said, do you want your voices to be part? Like, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to leave because I like having you guys there. I like having Score there for real because he points out all the really fucked up part for the canon. I love having Park there because he doesn't watch anime like we do, so his reactions are really good. Okay, I'm gonna invite y'all back. Please join. I won't be a dick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for being a dick. I apologize. I know. I'm sorry, okay? I'm gonna invite y'all back. Alright, I'm gonna invite y'all back. Invite y'all back. Okay, I'm not sorry. Hey. Okay, I'll give you an invite. Okay. They're coming back. I don't know what all that was for. They weren't even mad. Okay. I don't know where Kiki went. Kiki, okay, she says she's still here. Alright, Kiki's still here. Okay. She just had to leave the party. She just probably wanted to give us her opinion. Alright, so Levi X Daddy Side. Levi X Daddy Side. I can't even get past the title. Levi X Daddy Side. Yeah, I sent him an invite. He said he's gonna get pizza. So why don't you send him one too? She says tell Score to eat a dick. I sent him an invite. I'll send him another one if you want to send him another one too. So he just spammed with them so he knows they're there. Alright, okay. Here we go. Would you still have to leave me to die once again? Daddy Sai watched as the highest wall he's ever seen in his life being held by an unbelievable big gigantic hand, smoke sizzling in a certain direction with the skinless hand clutching tighter onto the concrete wall. The head slowly coming to view, a titan so large no one has ever seen in their entire life, staring at them with eyes they can never tell what he thinks about. Then the gate of Shiganashina was kicked off, easily throwing off large rocks and wall remains from the gates of the wall. I don't even know how to pronounce it. People close from it. What I love most. I thought it was Maria and no, because if you see my abridged thing, I can pronounce Japanese names really well. I just have to hear it be said first. People came from it. No, it's not. It's Shigan. Yeah, Shigan.
They pronounce it Shiganshina.
Okay, Shiganshina. Okay. God damn. That's a lot of reading fucking fanfiction. This is not what I meant by criticizing. I meant by criticizing the canon, not by my grammatical errors. You are, but it sucks. Okay. Keep doing it. It hurts me. People close from it were either lucky, people close to it it says people close from it. It should be people close to it. Were either lucky enough to survive, but others were squashed by the big rebels. Panic surrounded the inner walls as titans started appearing. Everyone ran screaming for dear life, ignoring the few children who had been stepped on or over the stampede. Oh shit. Daddy Sai's point of view. Daddy Sai opened his eyes, finding the illuminating light from the window that welcomed his sight when I sat up that morning. Irritated, it squinted from the ray and stood up. My body automatically... Daddy Sai's body automatically reached for his trainee uniform while thinking about the dream he had just at the time before he woke up to the face of another day of hellish training. The same thing. The tragedy that killed so many people and refugees were discriminated. The pain of watching your home die before your very eyes. Daddy Sai blinked. tightening his harness belted to his waist and then putting on the boots provided for him. Deciding to get out of the room, Daddy Sai shared with the other cadets. Quietly, he made his way to the stables, looking at each of the horses. Daddy Sai was about to feed that morning. Lifting his arms behind him, he yawned. The early morning isn't giving him much reason to feel alive, unlike Aaron, who seemed to be brimming with infinite enthusiasm within him as he swore to kill titans and all.
Wait. Wait. This person clearly didn't get me those like, wait.
No, that is something he said. He was enthusiastic to kill him.
Oh, no, Aaron.
Like super stressy, depressy.
Stressy depressy. Stressy depressy. Okay, I don't know.
What do you mean it's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Well, talk about that guy. We're actually neighbors back then at Shiganshina. Not playmates, since I wasn't that much of a child who's outgoing and rather put my nose on the books I was reading. But Daddy Sai was Armin's friend because of that matter. Him and Armin got along pretty well, despite the fact that that Alert was an outgoing boy himself, Arlet, because it's Armin Arlet, and outgoing boy himself with friends like Aaron and Mikasa by his side. Although he told me a lot of secrets. God, this is someone who wrote this was not a native English speaker. Although, okay, things about the outside world and what's outside those walls, such as vast endless saltwater called ocean, he was such a boy filled with hope that made me admire him. No, salt ocean. But because of his ambition and the history of his parents, other kids just found him odd and bullied him for that matter. Okay, breakfast! Daddy Sai poured the last fill of the food for the horses. Breakfast! Daddy Sai poured the last fill of food for the horses before he hurried out to join his other classmates for the morning meal. Because once again, Daddy Sai is late. Sasha might eat almost all of his meal, saying that she's only helping out from finishing the meal. Daddy Sai was supposed to be eating to fill his own energy. Finally, reaching the dining area, he huffled in relief to find the other cadets are just about to begin eating. God damn. Daddy Sai looked around and found Armin waving at him, which returned back with a tender smile. Making his way to the line up for the food before joining the usual trio. Well, I have to switch I and me and she because it's supposed to be a girl. I have to switch that with Daddy Sai and he. So that's been, yeah.
Just call him Donkey.
Good morning, Daddy Sai greeted sheepishly, sitting beside the blonde as he placed his tray in front of him on the table. And more to the dismay, Sasha automatically sat beside him with her own food. Good morning, Daddy Sai, Armin greeted. Aaron gave a look at him, then to the ponytailed brunette who was setting her eyes towards his Daddy Sai's food while she munches her own bread hungrily. Hey, Sasha, I don't think you should come stealing Daddy Sai's food. Commandant Shadis will punish Commander. It's supposed to be Commander. Commander Shadis will punish her. Will punish Daddy Sai again if he lost all energy to go on the daily training, he said. Wasn't that because Daddy Sai's a weak little bookworm instead? Ymir on the back of our table spoke mockingly. Daddy Sai simply ignored her dissing while he watched the food in front of him. No! Sasha's the girl who eats the fucking potato! Or the bread!
I'm talking about the person that Sai's supposed to be.
I don't know who he's supposed to be.
My hope is that nigga.
Hey, that's what makes Daddy Sai smart, Aaron countered. The woman grinned to her left cheek. I see you're still on the point where you're protecting your crush, she said in a rather sinister tone. Daddy Sai ignored it, but Aaron wasn't the type to hide this kind of emotion. His blush meshed around his face. Ymir, don't be like that. To be honest, Daddy Sai is one of the best in our class. Krista quickly came into my rescue, or to Daddy Sai's rescue, apologizing for her friend's unrefined attitude as usual. Daddy Sai sighed and shook his head. It's fine, just let me have breakfast. He picked up the bread from his plate and used his hand and ripped it in half, with his hand pulling it from the other side, handing the other half to the anticipating Sasha, who was about to plead for her food, Daddy Sai's food. The woman, holding half the bread happily, hugged Daddy Sai tight, that so hard that the gas shook and... Oh, I can't. This is really bad. I can't. Sai, it's not you. The woman holding the unless you're she. I'm just going to refer to you as she from now on. The woman... No, because I would have to switch Candy to she. It's really hard how they write it. The woman no, it's supposed to... Okay, listen. The woman holding half the bread happily hugged me tight that I gasped from the shock and loss of my personal space. You're really the best, Daddy Sai, she exclaimed, filling her mouth. I'll do that, but I won't say she. You're a she in this, but when it says the part where it says your name, I'll put you. Almost if she'd be satisfied with it. You're welcome, Daddy Sai sheepishly replied and ate the other half. Armin chuckled. Make sure not to share any more rations with Sasha once we're in the real battlefield, okay? He advised. Daddy Sai shrugged. I won't. I really won't, he assured, making Sasha's very being crumbled beside her and looked at her with that little smile she could give. Sorry, Sash. Survival is also important in the real deal. I should be battle prepared at any cost, Daddy Sai told her apologetically. This is really long.
Yeah, big sad.
After finishing her meal, the whole cadet went out to face the new day routine. Goddamn. Tasks were everywhere as we were given different tasks for the graduation to come. She was assigned to the capital for research with Armin. Not quite sure what they were about to do, but she thinks they were headed to find books about tactical offense and formation about defeating Titans. But they ended up meeting with Eren and Mikasa on their way, who were also about to do the same task. So, where are you two guys headed? Daddy Sai asked the two. Eren looked at her. Checking out Trost. That's what, he replied sheepishly. And you guys? Library and some research, Armin replied. The green-eyed boy looked at S in distaste. Well, it's a good task for you guys since I can't handle books that much. We talked for a little while, discussing our current standing on the top 10. But sure enough, it says I a lot. That's why it sucks. When I'm referring to I, it's you. But sure enough, I know for myself that I'm not going in any top of this graduation, because as much as talents count, trouble subtracts its honor. Oh well, we should probably get to our own task before the commandant kicks our asses, I said confidently.
The commandant?
Yeah. And why only our asses, Eren asked, assumed from my sudden remark. I smiled, cooling an arm around the blonde's elbow. Because us intellects are going to finish it earlier than you could ever expect, I said confidently. Oh ho! I smell a challenge from Daddy Sai, he said, with a grin on his face. And I smell a challenge accepted from the both of you, I smiled when Mikasa gave me the eyes I was talking about, that the glare she uses to intimidate people. But since I was used to her, I returned it back to her with my sticking out my tongue and pulled the boy with me. See you later. Far from the pair I just challenged, I let go of Armin and we both walked at the same pace towards the library. Who? Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay. That morning was never changing as it was so hot that I could imagine the wall being the melting pot atop the fire and us, the dishes, being cooked all the time in the morning. This is really hard to read. I don't want to do this. You know, you shouldn't have challenged those two. Their task is different from us, and Mikasa is very efficient and all around any task given. Armin finally spoke. What do you see me for? We're both good at this task, so might as well finish it off before they do, I smiled, pulling his wrist as we started sprinting into the incredibly burning fire of the heat that morning. And besides, we're the best strategy team in the whole class, or rather, in the whole of humanity. Armin sighed. Hopefully we finish this off before they do, he said, or else we might end up doing their chores for them. Trust yourself, Arlert. We finished it before those two do, because if we don't, it's actually you who will be doing their chores for them, I said. The blonde looked to me in horror. Daddy Sai, you're unfair, he accused. I laughed. Oh no, Armin, it's because I've got another punishment, so I can't help you with it. I told him. What did you do again, sighing? He dubiously watched my hidden grin. The mischievous little troublemaker did something again that the Commandant Shadis didn't like. No wonder I heard yelling after breakfast that morning. Oh well, not that I meant it, but I accidentally fed the wrong bucket to the horses, I told him in a giggle. Daddy Sai, you know full well we'll be graduating days from now. If you kept on putting up that attitude, you'll be put out of the top 10, he scolded. I don't need that title anyway, I said, uninterested.
Wait. No. You made the top 20.
No, stop this. Okay.
I'm sorry you had to find out like that.
Score hates you. We're going on. We're going on! Even if it wasn't me in there, I'd still join wherever I'm needed. Armin smiled. You do understand Aaron likes you, right? He suddenly opened up. I looked at him wide-eyed. Arlo, don't say bad words, I complained, scratching the back of my head in frustration. I know, Aaron likes Sai. I know that just happened that I didn't feel the same way, in that way, or if it's that how he accurately feels towards me. What will you do if he confesses, he asked. I'll think about it when Mikasa's miraculously not there to slice me in half if it ever happens, I said, but Armin's stare didn't disappear. That didn't disappear made me sigh a grunt. Sleesh, I don't really know. Aaron is so, pure? Makes me feel guilty if he confesses it and I'll be the one to break his heart. Don't you think it's going to be easier if you explain to him before it actually happens? But what if it's not really like that, I said. I can't just say it on a whim, especially when I'm not sure. Well, maybe you're right. Yeah, he said he probably just sees me like a little sister or something closer. We finally reached the library after our exchange of thoughts. I wasn't sure I wanted to make trouble while I'm in training, but I was more than surprised as to why I wasn't kicked out of the game yet. Not that I joined the rank of training soldiers because I wanted to, but because I wanted to stay with my friends for a little more time. Proudly I grinned to myself, so that's saying I'm still needed. Graduation was already... Okay, so this is chapter... That was the prologue. Now this is the actual first chapter. Graduation was already over yesterday, and as expected, I was stripped off the ranks of the top 10 due to my troublemaking and undeniably unruly attitude. Do I need it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Reading for this long, you should probably get something.
Okay. There we go. Alright. Graduation was already over yesterday, and as expected, I was stripped off the top ranks. Okay, so you were stripped from top 10 because you make trouble and have an unruly attitude. Not that I'm sulking about it. Not that I'm sulking about it because I know I was better than anybody in the training regiment, but I was more than glad that the three of them were able to get the top ranks. I was so proud of Armin. With Mikasa, Aaron, and Armin, we stopped on our way when we noticed that people making a way for a certain event. Coming closer as we watched the survey corps march their way towards the gate. She didn't! Okay, calm down. She didn't! Shh. I was amazed at myself. To see brave people get to the bottom of all these titans as they were more than willing to give up their life on the line. But now that I'm one of the graduates, I wonder what I'm going to get. Just like us when we were kids, I heard Aaron said. looking at the 3 children just a few meters away from where they are. They stood close to an alley, watching the marching soldiers with their horses. Thinking about being sentimental, I remembered myself in my house that day, simply watching the events by the window, watching someone get eaten until some people came for me, grabbed me away from the horrifying gore and dying screams. I sighed, turned back towards the marching group until I locked eyes that I was sure was looking at me. I blinked twice. A Ravenute with a rather small structure was glaring at me. Can you guess who this is? I don't know if he was trying to ask for a fight or he was mistaking me for someone else he clearly hates from the bottom of his hell pit boots. And by the way I remembered correctly, he wasn't just any soldier of the Survey Corps who got the high possibility of dying. Rather, he was addressed as the strongest soldier of humanity, Captain Levi Ackerman. Do you like that? Kasai's gonna fuck Levi. Why can't they be gay? They are gay, Kiki. You gonna fuck? Sai is a Futara.
Wait.
You said it earlier! You said I'm a girl with a dick. That would be a Futara. Right? Futanari, thank you. I don't fucking know the perfect saying for this. I'm glad I don't. It proves a lot. Okay. So, yeah. This is... she's like, Levi. Yeah, Levi and Sai. Levi X Sai. Unknown of what I'm supposed to do, I gave a salute. Right fist on my chest as I paid my respects, so at least maybe those hateful-looking eyes might ease up. However, it didn't. He only looked away when Commander Irwin looked like he was calling him. So, only when he's, like, getting yelled at for being a dick. He's like, you're being a dick. Stop looking. Okay. When he wasn't looking anymore, I let out a sigh of relief, turning my head to Armin. Hey, do I look menacing at first? I asked. The blonde male looked at me surprised. What? Why? He asked. Didn't you see that? The infamous Captain Levi of the Scouts seriously gave me a hateful glare for a couple of seconds, I told him seriously. Now, it made him raise an eyebrow. What do you mean? Why would he do that? He asked. I don't know, but it was there, something in me that looked like someone you could hate from the bottom of your boots at first glance, I asked back. Don't sweat it, Aaron said. He overheard our conversation. He's probably mistaken you for someone. I hope so too. God, I'm going to have a nightmare, I selfishly said. It's worse than Mikasa's glare that it scares me. Armin laughed when Mikasa raised an eyebrow. Why did I get compared to that pipsqueak? She asked. That's Mikasa about Captain Levi. Because beyond my incomparable intuition, your last name's imminent the scarcest humans alive on Earth, I said. So you're not... Oh, so you're sure you're not related? Because they're both Japanese. I don't think so, the Oriental woman replied, uninterested. Because your last name is blank, because we don't know. She replied sarcastically. Mikasa, I said confidently, we're just seconds. We're just second. Yours is the first. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So I'm guessing this is a little bit of time, like maybe some minutes past. I stood by the top of the wall, watching the artillery aligned on the sides, which I felt honored to see for some reason. Usually I'm not a fan of high places, but watching the view of the Titans taking the overall of the wall Maria just fanned the flames within me. It's been 5 years since then. Oh, this is 5 years fucking later.
Yeah, remember, graduation was 5 years after.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought this was 5 years after graduation.
No.
Well, that's what it said. This is after. Okay. And I couldn't believe that the home where once lived was not inhabited by heartless monsters. How are you feeling? Aaron asked. We separated from Mikasa as we served our own team. Ooh, I'm feeling sick. What kind of service do you I eyed the broken homeland once more before I turned my back to watch the others do their task. I was planning to take the recon corps too, I said. But Daddy Sai, Aaron was clearly going to disagree. Even if I demand higher, I'm not a part of the top 10, and I want to help you guys the best way I can. You guys are like my family now. I smiled over my sentiment. I guess you're not the only one joining, Mina said behind us. Aaron and I turned to her while she looked at Connie, who was fixing the artillery. A lot of people were really moved that day, what you said yesterday. I laughed. See, not many people are pissed with your obsession yesterday, I teased. Daddy Sai, the boy complained. Levi's point of view. It switches to Levi now. The last Titan dropped heavily onto my feet upon my landing to the ground. I hissed, swaying the swords on both sides. Yeah, I know. On both sides to wash away the blood that stained my blade. My horse followed behind me with the other scouts who rushed their horses after taking care of the other Titan they needed to get rid of. Levi, we'll be setting up the camp here, Erwin announced, and I simply rubbed the chin of my horse and not quite attempting to ride on the back of him. Empty, abandoned houses surrounded our camp. The infrastructure showed dust and aging. Roofs were broken, showing the holes the Titan had forcibly made to ensure that no one was there. The silence almost too annoying to bear, but most likely what I needed for the time being was to ease myself after we went off the walls. Watching my fellow scouts leap off their horses, I ensured that my horse was in the safe distance before I decided to join from unloading some equipment we needed to settle a temporary camp against Titans before we could even prepare the camp. First period. Oof. While on it, I couldn't help but remember the face I saw this morning. A young cadet who I mistook for someone I knew when I known for a fact that no matter how I tried to make out that face, it wasn't hers. Hey Levi, what do you think? Will we be able to capture a Titan this time? Hanji steadily came up to my line of sight, her eyes sparkling excitedly under her goggles. Hands clasped together, anticipating. Stop your shitty blabbering. We need to put up the camp, I told her instead. Her grin rose up higher. Then mind me telling me about the cadet you were just eyeing so passionately earlier? She asked. Passionately? I repeated and dissipated, but I felt the word almost choked me right on when that woman had said it. I guess your eyesight is really bullshitting with your understanding. I'm not doing such a disgusting thing, I defended. I really now, she was a pretty mess. She was a pretty miss, huh? One of the new graduates of the 104th Wolfpack, I gave.
Ever say some dumb shit like that again?
No, literally, it says one of the new graduates of the 104th.
No, I wasn't saying
No,
that.
he's
I was
talking
saying, like,
about the wolf.
say some Wolfpack shit again, bro.
That's what the 104th was. It's a reference. You can't see 104th and be a Star Wars fan and not say Wolfpack. No, sorry, this is all for you. Because we switched from Kiki's thing to do this. You guys haven't even fucked yet. The woman grinned wickedly, tapping me by the shoulder with a tight grip. I told you to shut it and help out, didn't I? Do you know her? No. Oh, but she was very nice. She was a very nice salute, and it was almost too cute to see her panic when she saw you staring. Hopefully you got inspired. She laughed, and I hissed. Not to mention, she does look like her. We heard another voice and appeared. Turning around, I gave Erwin's a glare from muttering such words. Now Hanji turned to the commander with big eyes. Look like who? She asked curiously. Erwin eyed me, and I was seriously giving him what people usually call a deadly and threatening look. But he didn't seem to falter. Simply smiling back. An old friend, he replied to the glasses wench. I love hearing it from fucking Levi's perspective. The glasses wench. You've always had one. I don't know why this...
Speaking of which, Kiki, I checked the Discord, and I see a problem. There's no fucking going on between a certain two females males that have penises. This is problematic, Kiki. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to take your house and your penises back now.
Is that why you left her?
Can you still hear us?
Here.
You hear us talking about you heard what I said about you, right? Okay.
No, he said that
That's all
you wrote this fanfiction.
because it was so poorly written.
Kiki, do you think we should change it, or do you want to see where it goes between Sai and Levi?
Oh, I want to hear the
Okay, everybody. Okay, Kiki's fanfic will continue. Cause
No, like Kiki just said she wrote one. I wanna read hers.
Kiki, did you actually? Tell me what it's called. Okay, then don't bring it up. I know Score brought it up, but don't bring it up, Kiki.
Score. It's a shame, really. I'm in a plane right now.
Okay. An old friend, skeptic. She eyed me and looked back to him. I don't think so. Levi was looking so ever passionate, she said, making me roll my eyes while Erwin laughed. Passionately, you say, he said, amused. Yes, I can tell, because Levi never eyed someone that long. Another hiss escaped me. I definitely shouldn't let Hanji stay behind to tail on my horse. She says stupid details I don't even know. So who's this old friend of yours? Who don't you let me meet her sometimes for some chat and coffee? She asked curiously. Unfortunately, she passed away 7 years ago in an expedition, Erwin admitted. My chest almost wanted to explode when I remembered those last dying moments. Oh, the wench sympathetically said in astonishment. I love that he calls like in Levi's head. She's considered Glass's wench. It is great.
Is he talking about who I think
He's talking about his girlfriend who died.
Glass is wage?
Yeah, that's the other girl on their team.
Yeah, the one that no one can really figure out the gender of in the manga.
It's a girl.
Yeah, I know, but you see, that's the thing.
In the manga, yeah, it's kind of like a what you call it? Who's that dude from Seven Deadly Sins? The Goat Sin. Yeah. All right. This is the next part. I'm just gonna switch to Daddy Sai's point of view. He asked me to do it. I'm doing it for him. I jumped off roof to roof with the help of my ODM gear, killing titans in sight. Not knowing whether this idea is helpful than not, I know we needed to hold off these giants in order to let the citizens evacuate the walls. I didn't know why I wasn't even fazed from the moment we had the colossal titan staring at us on the top of that wall. The skinless creature that have long destroyed the walls of our homeland. I was there in the titan sites, killing and checking out people if they were left or injured, but it was fortunate that the roads had been cleared up. At the same time, I was anticipating the appearance of the rumored armored titan, someone who had completely breached the wall of Maria into complete annihilation. Fighting him was one of the set-up goals I had ever since I joined the training regiment. My body excites for revenge, as my pulse rapidly ran through my veins and continued my kill. Few minutes ago, I strolled away from Aaron and the other groups. I didn't know whether they were dead or alive, but I hope everyone was safe wherever they were, even if I knew that expecting them around or expecting myself to be alive at the matter will really come true. Yet I take it to that titan obsessed boy will finally be laughing and this is a lot of words. Like, it doesn't stop. There's no fucking periods. Laughing, satisfied to have killed enough to fill his blade with bloodstains. If Aaron was with them, then surely and possibly they were all able to survive. Despite worries talking over me, I decided to move forward, finding another group on standby where I both recognized Armin. I jumped towards that direction as swiftly as I could, landing imperfectly when a piece of wood connected to the roof slipped off my feet. Everyone automatically gave me a look over the sudden noise. "Oh, another survivor," Ymir sounded sarcastic, but the way I saw Armin just sulking on that corner made me realize how serious the Titan invasion is. "What happened?" I asked. Connie eyed me trouble. "Armin hasn't been talking about it," he replied. Can't you see all written in his face? Can't you see all written in his face?" Ymir interlude annoyed. I hate that. Ymir interlude annoyed. Don't try to have big words if you can't speak English. Soon, I made a step closer. Armin's aura was darker. As much as I hate to hear him talk, we all who stood on this roof needed to know what happened right before the boy's mouth himself. Mikasa also landed to reunite with us. Looking around as he found me, as she found me, and then her eyes trailed towards Armin, running towards the boy in such a hurry that she even went in first before I could even ask the blonde myself. That was when he finally spoke, so loud that when I heard him mention the names, my head heaved. And then, finally, he told us that everyone had fought and died in the battle. God damn it. My controller idled and died. So everyone died. Silence surrounded our atmosphere. It was even possible. I think the worst thing I would do now is throw up the breakfast I've eaten when I heard every name he mentioned died as a Titan feed, especially Aaron. I gripped my sword tightly as I turned towards the empty roofs. Our unit were wiped out that quick, and I wasn't even there to save anyone. "I'm sorry, Armin." I went near his blue eyes, tearfully looked into mine, and the guilt swelled up within me. We advanced our way towards the supply department. Everyone followed Mikasa's lead as she cut off Titans that blocked her way, while I was secondly following up with the speed in case a Titan was preparing to hound in the sidelines, waiting for the opportunities to eat. But soon thereafter, I could only watch the Oriental woman lose her gas. This is going to take, we're going to be reading chapters upon chapters before we get to them talking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
Mr.
Krabs.
Krabs! No, I write it. But my fan fictions don't take place in the actual universe. They're usually alternate or stuff like that. But yes, it is about build-up.
Yeah, this is definitely an alternate universe.
Yeah, but it's an alternate universe setting in the canon. Mine would be like if it was in Dragon Ball universe, since they added multi-theory, I'd be like, oh, it's like universe blank. Yeah, cool. I'm having fatigue. I'm having throat fatigue from speaking for 2 hours. I've been reading for 2 hours. I gotta get to 3. I gotta get to 3. I got this. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing afterwards, but it'll be fine. Why?
It's safe to assume there's no planes on this map, right?
Correct. There's no things on this map.
Bullshit. This would be the perfect place to have planes.
Score! I need the healing. Immediately. Behind you.
You want to get on battlefield? Oh my god, this dude is crawling right up here.
Yeah, I know. Oh, they're trying to make content. Trying to make content. Content. Do you like my picture for it though, Kiki?
Oh, that's a tank. Oh, hello there, Miss.
It's got the bananas.
There's a tank that's getting closer.
Hey. Yeah, I don't care that you're listening to it as a podcast. It's pretty much a podcast. I mean, it just has a picture there, so it's not like actually seeing me read it. If I did that, I'd get like a fancy chair and sit there in like a nice vest and like have a wooden pipe. Yeah, I'd be sitting there. Dingo reads Fanfiction. Okay.
Oh, they're flanking. Side flanking.
I'm continuing.
They're flanking from the left.
Continuing. But soon thereafter, I could only watch the. Okay, no. Moment time, so we followed him. Okay. Everyone eyed me while they jumped past, still confused from the sudden action, which led Jean to call out my name. Daddy Sai, don't stop, Jean called out to me. I'll hold the other Titans. Go on, I will follow ahead, I said, determined. I calculated my stunts. My gas is about to run out, and I have to kill Titans who plans to get into the supply department. I released my gear, hearing the faint hiss of the rope shooting up into the next roof as I jumped. A 3 meters sighted as I let myself fall into the high building. The grip on the rope quickly helped me glide to reach the 3 meter. I rolled into the air, placing the sword straight into my sides, and made a clean cut into the flesh and the nape of its neck before landing into the next roof. I continued doing my stunts, killing almost 9 in the open until I heard a strong growl nearby. The ground vibrated into my feet until I heard multiple maneuver gears dashed into the air. Ooh. I looked around, finding Connie, Armin, and Mikasa. They also found me looking at them, making them stop on their tracks to meet me. Again, the terrorizing roar was heard, almost piercing to the ear, that made me turn towards the entity that did. A Titan? I watched it questioningly while it faced the others, and suddenly it flashed towards the ordinary-looking one, and punched it down into the ground, causing another vibration. Shocked, I grabbed Connie by his collar. What the holy wall is that? I asked. The Titan punched the other. Yeah, I love that. That's actually really funny. The Titan punched the other continuously until it hit the nape and instantly killed it. It stood again, eyes interlocking into the another Titan. Now smaller, he flashed towards the naked Titan and smashed his head like a pumpkin. The jaw dropped, grabbing even more terrified at Connie as the murderous Titan started slamming the others with such a brute that caused the body to start dismembering. With such brute force that the body started dismembering. I wanted to puke, almost at Connie's close, but he quickly covered my mouth. Listen, Daddy Sai, that Titan can help us, Armin quickly told me. I looked into his ocean blue orbs, his big ol' orbs. Then my sight trailed both to Mikasa. My sight trailed both to Mikasa and Connie, who nodded in agreement. I looked at the blonde again. What's the plan? I asked. Well, we'll use the other Titan to lure him towards the headquarters. With that, we need to kill other Titan who's out of the trail, so the Titan could only follow those who are near the building, Armin explained. I nodded. Leave it to me and Mikasa. Connie, you focus on carrying Armin, I said, almost in demand, but he just nodded to agree. We started springing off roof to roof.
It kind of sounds like what happened during.
Yeah, it's just adding the character. Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah, I feel like they just.
That's literally all the Attack on Titan games are.
Well, this is Attack on Titan. That was hard to go with. Attack on Quan. That's what this is. Okay, we started springing off roof to roof. Sometimes I would change track to kill the Titan that would had the possibility to change our target's direction, and sometimes we would just follow him running his fist around the hungry nudes running berserk. Until our final jump, the same time the Titan we lured here punched 2 of the Titans peeking into a broken wall. We reached headquarters, breaking the windows as we launched into the floor. Some of our classmates looked at us questioningly together with the other soldiers in the supply department. Armin and Connie explained what happened while I sat in on one of the table to hold my head, still trying to reflect on what happened that time while we were luring a Titan who actually fights like a goddamn human. Sure, I was too shaken. My brain was trying to extract details of what was happening outside, trying to piece the puzzle of that enigmatic thing that appeared out of nowhere. I hate Titans as much as Aaron does, and even that thing is actually helping us fight his kin. I don't think it's possible probability to let believe that he isn't like any other Titans. Then I remembered the Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan. The Colossal knew he could break the gate, not the wall. He knew, I selfishly muttered. And then there came this Armored Titan who breached and let loose the Titans in Wall Maria. His stunts, his forms, when he destroyed the wall, even his name as Armored Titan. Shit. Daddy sighed, there's no time to be spacing out. Sai's pretty much calling the future out. he literally in his head is breaking the fourth wall. Okay, the Titan right now is Aaron. They're at the part where they find Aaron as a Titan, but they don't know it's Aaron. Okay. When I say I as a person is Sai. I is referring to Daddy Sai. Okay. I snapped out of my thoughts. I'm also reading it as it's written, so there's a lot of shit, okay? I snapped out of my thoughts, out of realization. Then I looked at him as if I'd figured something out. Rainer, that Titan is smart, I said straight up. It's different, like the Colossal and the Armor Titan, I told him. The blonde looked at me for a second. His face was blank. I know. No, this is a different person. His face was Armin. Armin is the one he usually says the blonde, but now Rainer, he's also calling the blonde. Which is funny, because Rainer is the Armored Titan. His face was a blank... This is fourth wall so much. His face was a blank... Listen to this. No, listen to this. His face was a blank. His face was a blank. There needs to be a comma. Despite a short second when I saw his jaw clench. What are you talking about, Daddy Sai? We have to listen to Armin now in order to refill out the gas, he said. But Rainer, I protested. Beryl went near as while I continued. Maybe, just maybe, this Titan can be the answer to the scouts had been searching for outside those walls all along. Look, he's not an average nor an aberrant. He can do fighting stunts. He must have interacted with a human, she explained. Sai's also a girl. Now it was Beryl's turn to look surprised. Daddy Sai, we don't have time for this, he said softly, says the Colossal Titan. No, I'll observe it, I said, making my way towards the window, but Rainer grabbed me by the waist. I'm gonna fuck you. He didn't say that. You don't have any gas left, do you? Want to get yourself killed? He asked. I glared at him. This could be the answer humanity has been waiting for. I cannot let this Think about your comrades first. Now, if you don't want to cooperate, just shut it and stay in the corner, he snapped at me. A couple more seconds of a glare passed. I sighed, defeated. I raised my free hand and looked away. Fine, I'm sorry, Rainer, I said softly. His grip loosened, but it didn't let my wrist go, as he didn't really want me to have any opportunity to escape. Coming closer to pat my head, thank you for listening to me. Now, we need to listen to what Armin has to say, he said, pulling me towards the group. Oh my shit! Like, knowing what happens in the story makes this really more angry, because it's, like, literally... No... This is so meta! Chapter 3 do Chapter 3 do Chapter 3 do Chapter 3 Daddy side do Daddy side do Sorry.
He's gonna be meta again. He's gonna be like, you guys are the ones that killed Marco. Even though that hasn't happened.
No, okay, let me get a drink, because the score is right. I need to keep my throat lathered.
That was fucking hilarious. I throw.
Thank you.
Hey, what substance he used
I'm here for your amusance.
lathered is his decision.
Pepsi Cherry.
Oh, I mean, yeah, let's go with Pepsi.
I said Pepsi Cherry. Wild cherry, to be specific. Okay, Chapter 3. I stood still. The cuffs on my back was aching that the irritation from my struggles resulted to bleeding. I have no idea why they captured me, pointing a gun at my head until I realized what's going on. Mikasa was shielding both Eren and Armin from the other soldiers who were pointing at a gun at him. I could barely register the information in my mind until everything kicked in. I tried to knock some sense out from the commander in charge, but instead of actually trying to realize, he looked at me with rather hateful eyes, as if I was a monster. Although confused, they were using me as bait for some other reason, or probably they thought that the four of us are conspiring something to doom humanity. Stupid. It happened in the headquarters after we refilled our gas in the back of Trust. After insisting about saving the Titan from the others who somehow hates it, we were welcomed by a barely alive one. He was being feasted upon, yet he stood tall for one final attack before he tragically fell to the ground. He started steaming, holding out breaths. We watched it slowly disappear, until on its nape it moved, slowly opening its skin to make its way out, not expecting the being that came out of it. Eren. Armin already did everything he could. His speech was well spoken as he said to propose a plan in humanity's fighting chance. Please, Commander Philman, listen to what we have to say. We were also wish for the victory of humanity. That's my Armin now. I said already, trying as hard as I could to remove my cuss from my hand. From playing my finger around the ring hole of the cuss, I purposely broke my pinky. Nobody noticed thanks to them being all focused on the three. Sai broke his goddamn pinky to get out of handcuffs. Good on you, boy. However, a hand held his shoulder. Now it says he.
I can't get this guy up.
Her shoulder, and the other grabbed my waist. Making the motion I set stopped, stunned over the quick reflex. Still cowards as always, the voice spoke softly. Slowly my eyes trailed towards the man and slowly realized who it was. Commander Pixis. Pixis. The plan to retake Trust was in motion. I tried to calm myself over the plan, Armin. Okay, I'm not doing that. Armin had proposed to the commander while I was watching the Titans from whom have inhabited the small portion of Wall Rose. It was the same before the wall was breached. The sight of the remains on the ground speaks fearfully, memory that made me wonder why we chose to be a soldier. I shook my head. I already proposed my plan regarding the post-victory in reclaiming this town in order to ensure that Eren will still be safe after the plan succeeds. It didn't appear. A voice spoke behind me that made me nod in response. I pulled my knees up and buried my head under it. The armored titan, huh? I clarified. I don't know when our luck's going to end, but I was tad thankful that somehow they listened to us over our barely possible proposal. You sure you could do it, Eren? I asked. He sat beside me with a shrug. It's the only way, he replied. I tapped his shoulder gently before eyeing the breached gate. Just go for it. We believe in you, I said. You'll bet I'll do it. He grabbed the hand that I placed on his shoulder, locking it between his fingers as I felt myself trembled and cold despite Eren's warm hand holding mine. You're always thinking, he added. I scoffed. And you always say you're joining the scout regiment, I rebutted. Because that's what I was planning to do, he replied, holding my hand tighter. And we thought we lost you there. Armin saw you get eaten. I felt a tear in my eyes. Who wouldn't be scared after losing a friend because a Titan ate him? My voice trembled and croaked, but I wanted to finish my sentiment. I know! That's why I said this is hurting. It's not supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be sexual. Should we switch it? Are you guys okay? We're switching it now? Or we still want to keep going?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't even think Sai was actually listening all that much.
Well, he's on and
I
out.
think Sai was
when he hears something like when he hears something that like sparks his attention, he's like, oh, and then he's like, okay, and he's back at his thing. Someone throw out an anime that we haven't done yet. Someone throw out anime we haven't done yet.
The one you recommended to me that I still don't remember the name of.
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo. Full Metal Alchemist?
Sir, you already know how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is gonna go, so
Full Metal Alchemist.
just
Yeah. Okay. Unless you want to do JoJo's.
forth the gay.
Do you want? Okay, we're doing JoJo's.
Bring forth the gay. Fall back!
There's so much score. I accidentally typed fabric and it still found fan fictions. I accidentally put
Medic? No, that's another heavy.
Joshi's. JoJo's react to the fandom. Random fans inspired by heavily very successful for some reason. Okay, so what are you wanting, Score? We have Joseph Joestar. We have one for Joseph X Reader. It's called Battle Tendency DXD. There's Yare Woman, Jotaro X Reader. God, I'm just asking. I want you to, because you suggested it. There's Your Words Are Honey, Mista X Giorno. Please, I need you to vote. Female Jotaro X Male Reader.
I don't know any of this
More
shit.
active. Nah, vote.
I don't know any of this.
Vote!
Fucking told you messages.
I said vote.
No, bitch.
I said yes.
I'm doing this. I found it and I know what I'm doing. You're Nothing Special, DOX Reader.
I'm nothing special, thank you.
It's Dio! Author's note. Author's note. Trigger warning. Oh my god. I don't know if I can read this. Rape and mild blood.
Yep, no.
Yep, that's Dio's way.
That's Dio though. He's an anime though. Okay.
Vote, remember?
I'm not gonna read those parts. I'm gonna read ahead if I see them. Everyone, this is my first fanfiction, so please be a complete ass.
It has to be Score's name now.
It has to be Score.
Nigga, how many votes
Then I have to switch it.
name is?
I have to do a Jotaro one for Score.
My name is Donkey.
Gotta do Score. Gotta do it.
Donkey. I am Donkey.
Here, this one. No, this one is right. This is Caesar Zeppeli X Reader. It says, I haven't seen enough of these around, and your boy Caesar needs some love. Enjoy the book. And he does. They're right. They are right. Fucking our boy Caesar Von Zeppeli needs some goddamn love.
We paused for a second. Read that again. A bit slower. Like I couldn't hear you.
It says, I haven't seen enough of these around, and your boy Caesar needs some love. Enjoy the book. It's Caesar Zeppeli, it's Caesar Zeppeli, who is a character. Well, the actual title is Tesoro Mio. This is Caesar Zeppeli X Score.
No.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Donkey.
Donkey. He's like shit. Unless if size is the vote here. If size says yes to it being Score, it's Score.
No, because no one else did that for any of the other names. My name is Donkey.
I'm not doing Donkey. I'm not saying Donkey.
You're saying Donkey.
Listen.
It's either Score or I'm going full blood Miles.
Not thinking about anything. This is racial discrimination.
What? Park, you haven't had a turn either. I didn't use anyone else's non-gamer tag.
You heard me yelling Donkey this whole time, and you're gonna know your score.
Fine. I don't care.
I don't want to use Donkey.
We're using Donkey.
I'm gonna say Score.
Donkey.
I use whoever you want to. I don't understand this. I don't agree with it. But
How did we win?
Because we're gods.
No, we're not. We lost
I
like
don't-
4 or 5
Caesar, this is our new student, Park. Side, do you agree to it being Park?
What am I doing?
We're voting if it's not Dio, it's Zeppeli. If the reader is Park or Score.
It's definitely Park.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a diplomat. I'm a Democrat. I think. I don't know. So that's what I'm going with. I'm French, so I'm a Democrat. Sorry. We invented it. Caesar, this is our new student, Parker. I'm just gonna say Park.
Hey, Sai. You're gonna die.
Park, you have to do this. If you want Score to have to be in one, you're gonna have to be in one too. You are already. Lisa introduced me enthusiastically as she looked at me and then back at Caesar. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, you have a name. The character has. Oh, that's what he calls you, Tesoro Mio. It's Italian. It's Italian. Yes, because he's was he French?
Yeah, he was French.
It's French. He is the character who said it, not you. He's saying this to you. Pleasure to meet you, Tesoro Mio. He grabbed, and it's in first person, so he grabbed Park's hand and softly painted a kiss on the back of his hand. He looked back at him, letting his hand go. I must admit I was flustered. Such a handsome man saying that to me was unbelievable.
In your state, that's the age of consent.
Yeah, boy! The pleasure is all mine, Park managed to say back at him with a smile. How, though, looking at him without blushing is an accomplishment. Lisa looked at him and said, Caesar will show you around, as I tend to my work. I'll just say not Park from now on. Yeah, your character's at least in their 20s, my man, so... It doesn't even matter. This is a character, and they're adults, so... They're adults in JoJo's, so... Sorry, bub. This is a character in JoJo's X-Park. Yeah. I nodded. It was, but thank you for taking me as your student. It's no problem, she said. Now go ahead and bond with Caesar. Lisa turned to Caesar and said, Caesar, please show Park around. Thank you. And there she walked off. Such beauty and poise. Caesar smiled at me and towards me. Shall we? He held out his hand. Oh, there it is. He held out his hand. I put mine in his. Let's just say it was literally a perfect match. His hands were soft and bigger than mine, but not too big. But they weren't also small. Just perfection. Caesar's point of view. I will tell her your real name so we can keep going. Yeah, I'll tell her your name. If you don't let this happen. It's either I tell her your name or I fucking pay the money to copyright Jackpack.
Say it right now. Say it right now.
Caesar's point of view. I looked at Park. His face was slightly tinted with red. He was adorable. I knew showing him around the kitchen, bedrooms, bathrooms, dining, and here we are, outside in the training grounds. How long have you been here? Said Park. About 2 to 3 years. That's pretty long. He looked at Caesar with wide eyes. His E/C globes his eyes looking up at Caesar with such interest. Well, Teso Mio, it was but felt way less. It's amazing here, although it can get tough. Park giggled and looked back at Caesar. I'm ready. He was so hyped up. I smirked and laughed. That's good. It's great to finally have a partner. Time skip brought to you by Tommy singing Sono Chi no Sadame. 4:08 a.m. Park, stop! It's not you. It's just your name.
My name.
Oh, there's the horse.
This is JoJo's Park, okay? This is Park and JoJo's.
I know it is not.
4:08 a.m. Park's point of view. Thud.
Over there.
Park was awoken to a loud noise. It sounded as if it came directly above him. He got out of bed and carefully went outside his room while keeping his eyes on the ceiling. He left the room and ran to Caesar's. His room was the closest. Susie Q and Lisa were on the other side. I was about to knock on the door when it opened. We both got startled. Are you awake? Park asked. Of course I am, Tessero. I heard a noise coming from your side. Are you all right? He asked, checking Park for any injuries. Yes, I am. I looked up at Park looked up at him and said, it was actually from the ceiling. That's why I came to you. Caesar's eyes slightly widened and then went back to normal. All right, let's go and check it out. He grabbed Park's hand and laced his fingers with his own, leading them outside on the balcony. Third point of view. I think this is going to be the enemy. When they were outside, Caesar was quick and smooth enough to carry Park bridal style. Park immediately started to get flustered and started to blush. Looking at... Shh, then be quiet. Looking at Park, Caesar's face slightly got tinted as well. He said, hold on to me tightly, Tessero mio. I think that's supposed to be my love. Park was confused until he jumped. He let out a small scream, quiet enough for only them to hear. How can he jump so high? Park thought. Park gripped him tightly, closing his eyes and burrowing his face into Caesar's chest. This is the best one so far. This is a fan fiction. Caesar landed back on the ground, making his bubbles ease the impact. Are you all right, mi amor? Amore, are you all right, Amore? Park was still shocked, but got out of it. I did speak Spanish for you. Yes, I am. Only now had Park started to think about what he thinks about what Caesar calls him, Amore, Tessero mio. She'll ask Lisa and Susie Q later. Here's. I must still do it. I mean, even if he's not here, I'm gonna still do it. I mean, I love this. This is the best one so far. Park snapped from his thought, his face going red after seeing how he was. Oh, I'm sorry. Park was so used to holding him by now that he automatically grabbed Caesar's hand, to which Caesar was completely adored by. He found it adorable, in fact. He's like, yes. Glasses get foggy. Keep going. The two went to the place they heard the sound, and then they saw a bird. Poor thing. Park knelt down carefully not to touch it so any possible diseases were interacted with. Park looked back at Caesar, who stood there motionless. His eyes were cold and sharp. Park's perspective. Park. Oh, you're okay, yeah. Park, look at me, and only me. Keep your eyes on me, and don't let them wander anywhere else, Caesar said, with a cold and focused tone. Caesar looked back at Park, and his eyes softened up, but only slightly. But they still were cold and sharp, but were also warm somehow. He grabbed Park and made them walk towards each other, or made him walk towards him while he walked back, and then stopped to send these hormone bubbles towards the bird. All I could hear was slicing. Amore, that was a vampire.
Well, I'll hide until you spawn again.
March 16th, 1938. Oh, Christ! Oh, my God! Okay, it's been a few months since I've arrived. Caesar and Lisa say my hormone is improving a ton. My hormone has improved a ton. I've caught on quick. I asked Caesar what amore and tessero miro meant. I got the answer: love, darling, and my sweetheart / my darling. And ever since then, I think I constantly blush whenever he calls me these sweet names. Can't help it. 3:39 p.m. Pant. Shh. Are you tired, amore? Caesar asked. Yeah, I just trained for how long? 6 hours non-stop, Park replied. Caesar chuckled. What's the longest you've trained? He asked. I'm not quite sure. Maybe 18 hours? What about you? Caesar replied, with 2 days. No way, you say tessero. No way, says Park. Yes way, tessero. How, says Park. Park got up and put his hands on his shoulders, shaking him slightly. How'd you not collapse or just fail? Caesar smirked. Well, dedication, that's a big one. He held Park's hand and laid a gentle kiss on it. Passion, he continued. And now strength, he stopped. Now, how about you go and take a nice bath and cool down, huh? I'd love to. I'll see you in a bit. Park turned around and walked away to his room. Park took a bath and dried himself up. Put on some clothes that they were pretty yet casual. Park headed downstairs to get some fruit to eat. Park felt someone rest their head. He felt someone rest their head in the crook of his neck. Guess who? It's you, Caesar, said Park. There's no other man in here. Park chuckled and kept on slicing some fruits. I guess it was obvious, Caesar said, as he slid his hand in front of Park's and grabbed a slice of whatever fruit you'd like. That's what it says. Grabbed a slice of pineapple. Do you want some? Park asked. His head was still. Park asked. His head was still resting on Park's, so I could feel him nod. All right, says Park. I cut up some extra slices and gave them to Caesar. He gave them to Caesar. Caesar took them and sat down, eating the fruit. Caesar looked a little drowsy. Hey, did you sleep enough? Park asked. Huh? Oh, maybe I got like 3 hours. Park slightly gasped and hit him. Playfully, not full force. Calm down. That's what it says in quotations. That isn't enough sleep at all, dum-dum. Park chuckled. Caesar stood up and swung his arm around Park's waist. Well, I was up all night because of and right then and there, he passed out. His head fell on Park's shoulder. After Park got him back up to his room, he walked downstairs. He touched the railway when suddenly he heard a sound. Park looked to his hand because the sound came from, and saw all the scratches and marks go away. The wood turned to look like as it was brand new. While that was happening, blue and gold streaks shot out of his hand in a smooth way. Whatever they touched would be fixed. You see, hormone is not the only power I know. There's another one. It only runs in the in the blah 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 bloodline and those who are related to us. And it's called Veroni. It has the ability to heal anything. I don't know. Those who are dead can be healed if the healing procedure is less than 3 hours. But apparently they're adding a new power out of nowhere. But we can revive people who died that are over the age of 50. We have been known by some lineages who we saved in the past. This power has kept a secret from the others, though. I don't know who's telling this person. I was a quick learner. My father and mother... Okay, this is Park. Park was a quick learner. His father and mother trained him each day and filled him with a passion. He eventually wanted to study medicine because of this, and so he did. The birth year is the same as Joseph, so 1920. In 3 years, Park had finished learning medicine. His parents have brought him up in a wonderful manner. They have always loved him, and they still do. They had their fights and arguments, but it was for the better. Oh, my mic cut out for this. Alright, mic cut out. The arguments before better. I trained my younger siblings before I had to go away. Currently, they live in your country, own country of choice. They live in Mexico, so they're a bit away. Skip this if you happen to live in Italy or choose Italy. Beginner, moderate, advanced, professional, master can teach Verani. I only have a tier left. Oh, he's an elite. It shows it has a tier list for this new power.
That's bullshit.
Park sometimes wonders if he'll ever get to save someone from dying. He let his hand go. Contain your power, Park. Not even Lisa knew that I had this. The Joestar and Zeppeli bloodline is aware of our presence, and they don't know who possesses our power. They don't know what it is to us. We have nothing against them. They just happened to find out. So Caesar knows about Veruni. Or Verani, I don't know how to pronounce it. I continued to walk downstairs when Susie Q looked at me. Park, something's on your face. Ah. He must have been seeing things. It just disappeared. Or she must have been seeing things. She laughed it off. Oh, I laughed too. Park's like, ha. I knew what she saw, though. We chatted for a while, and then I headed off to my room. Park looked in the mirror and activated his Veruni, and there it appeared, strikes of gold fading into blue. It was this. Park saw this, but he brushed it off. It wasn't something too big to worry about, but it was a power to keep hidden. Alright, now it skips. Park was sitting down with Lisa as they discussed the progress and next steps. She dismissed Park and told her to head back to his room. Oh god, there's so much. I'm losing my mind. I want to get to it. Can I skip? Park was slightly worried. Is Caesar mad at me? Caesar, are you okay? You seem angry. Caesar broke eye contact and looked somewhere else. He looked back and grabbed Park's hand. He dragged me to his room. Ooh, it has like a little face that says, nope, not yet. It says, nope, not yet. Has a little and shut the door with a loud slam. By this point, Park was scared. He had never seen Caesar so mad, especially directed towards what seems like him. He walked slowly towards Park. As he backed up, Caesar, what is it? Fear was clearly audible in Park's voice. He was backed up into a wall where he couldn't go anywhere. Caesar grabbed Park's hand and pressed a certain nerve that hurt. It felt as if Park was getting electrocuted, and then it stopped. Park pushed Caesar back, which is odd. He can usually withstand his pushes. Stop! Park yelled at him, and there Caesar smiled. Not his usual smile, an evil, mischievous smile. His eyes turned from their emerald green to red. He inched closer and closer. Park was concerned. He didn't want to harm Caesar. He didn't want to get harmed. He was now just a few feet away. Swoosh. Caesar vanished, or Park thought so. He was still alarmed, though. He moved around, circling, heading closer to the door. He was right there, about to turn the knob, and felt cold hands envelop him. Too quick. He was about to shock Caesar when he felt him bite down. That's why he was too busy protecting himself. Park forgot to observe him. Caesar was a vampire. The vampire disguised itself as Caesar. The pain was horrible. Park screamed at the top of his lungs, which only made the vampire put a firmer grip on him. Park tried to shock it with hormone, but his breathing wasn't able. The third point of view. This is the vampire. Susie Q and Lisa were out in the town buying some things from a store. Caesar was outside relaxing when he heard a small scream. It sounded like Park. He rushed to where the scream came from, which was his end of the house mansion. He ran to saw dirty footsteps leading to his bedroom. The door was closed. He opened it to see a vampire holding Park right there, drinking Park's blood. Park was almost about to pass out. Park spoke his name quietly, Caesar, as his eyes closed, fluttering shut. Caesar charged at the vampire, shocking it with hormone. It was stronger than normal. It was stronger than a normal vampire, but he defeated it quickly and rushed towards Park. Park was breathing, but he had lost a ton of blood. Caesar, Park. Oh, it put an ad. Oh my lord. TikTok! Remember the original one with TikTok? He was on TikTok. He was on TikTok. That's how we explain content now. Park, teso mio. Or, Park, my darling. I'll never let another thing touch you again.
Yes, TikTok exists.
Park woke up. His eyes opening slightly, immediately closing up again because he had just woken up. Park was laying down and heard beeping. Beep, beep, beep. He tried to open his eyes again. He looked closer to his side and saw Caesar sitting on a sofa, his head leaning back, his arms crossed. He was sleeping. Park saw that he was surrounded by machines and guessed it. He was in a hospital. His arm drooped to the side. It had been in an IV tube going through, delivering blood. The time was 11:09 a.m. Park couldn't recall the events before this. His memory was a blur. He quietly said, Caesar. Park didn't want to wake him. If he was in a deep sleep, his eyes snapped open and looked at her. You're up? Oh, him. Got him. My brain's going everywhere. Oh, yeah, I am. I hope it didn't disturb you. Nonsense, amore. I wasn't sleeping. Just had my eyes closed. Okay, Caesar. What happened? Why am I here? Park asked. You don't remember? You were bitten by a vampire and it was strong enough to hold you while drinking your blood long enough till you couldn't fight anymore. You lost a lot of blood and fainted. Park looked up at the ceiling and sighed. What is it with vampires and me? Park chuckled. Your blood must really draw them in, Caesar mumbled, looking down at the floor. Park heard what he said and got a little flustered. It wasn't the statement. It was the way he said it. A soothing, arousing voice. He barely used this voice with other females. With other males. Okay. They got a different voice. A different him. But Park mustn't get his hopes up. He was out of Caesar's league. He possessed such beauty and charm. Caesar was popular among everyone. He could easily draw in anybody he wanted. Park smiled and turned to look at him. I'm guessing it was you who saved me. Yeah, it was me. Kono diada. Caesar looked at Park. Are you feeling okay? His eyes carried a look of worry. I am. Thanks for both saving me and just everything in general. I really appreciate it. Park gave him a genuine smile, which made him turn. He hid his face. He might have blushed. Park tried to get up, but a sharp pain pierced through his neck, which caught him by surprise. He fell back on the hospital bed. Oh, are you okay? Caesar rushed over and bent when he was next to him. I don't even remember. I know it's almost done. I'm doing it over. You joined in. And I don't have time to explain. So please be quiet. Park rubbed his neck. Yeah, I am. A couple of hours passed, and Caesar returned home when he was sure Park was fine. Park was you were fed and got your needs taken care of. Caesar told him, you were fed and got your needs taken care of. You'd have to stay at the hospital for a day or two. In the meantime, Caesar trained more and more. Lisa to continue to work. Susie Q would come to check on Park. Park had bonded with her quite a lot. They both had a really bubbly personality, and both were glad to have a friend around the same age. Park, on the other hand, was healing fast. The pain was fading fast, and was eventually able to get up without any pain. March 20th, 1938. Park finally has been allowed to go home. The doctors and nurses took good care of him. Thankfully, it wasn't a bad hospital. Susie Q had picked him up and as a treat for staying in the hospital for so long. Well, not so long, but the food there wasn't exactly the best. She took Park to a bakery and got Park's favorite dessert. I don't know, cream-filled donuts. And Susie Q had gotten herself a slice of cake. Park, I look up. Park. And then Park looks up from his dessert at Susie Q. Something going on between you and Caesar, right? She wiggled her eyebrows up and down. She continued. He seems so intrigued with you. He devotes so much time with you. He genuinely cares about you. You'd be lying to say if there's nothing going on. Park was pretty sure He choked on the air. He was trying to breathe. Maybe, I'm not sure. There's no confession or anything. It's more of just hanging out and stuff, Park said to mumble by the end. Susie sighed. Come on, I can see it in your eyes. Your guys' children already. Your hair and Caesar's green eyes. Hey, I'm right here, Park yelled at her. She looked back at Park and laughed, causing him to chuckle as well. Park, you need to get him. You guys are so perfect for each other, and the babies would be cute too. Park hit her a little. It's not enough. I haven't hit 3 hours yet. We'll switch. They're talking about them having babies.
But isn't it a him and a him?
Kiki, all you want is for it just to be sex. Yeah. And Score yelled at me for trying that, so I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to legally anymore.
Nah, Kiki would love my fanfics because it's just sex.
I didn't say you couldn't do it. I just said
Here you go. I don't have a crush on Todoroki-kun. Okay, I'm listening.
if you were
It was early Monday morning. Deku's alarm clock went off. He looked at the time, 6 a.m. He quietly snuck into the boys' shower so he wouldn't wake anyone up. As he got into the shower and turned on the water, he quickly jumped out and screamed. The water was extremely freezing. Todoroki must have been the last one in. He covered his mouth as he realized that he could have woken up the whole dormitory. He sat in the water back to warm and got back in, hoping nobody would wake up. What if I woken up Kachin? He thought to himself. There you go. This is Deku's point of view. After the shower, he snuck back into the room in his towel. There, he got dressed in his uniform. He looked at the mirror. I still can't believe this is happening to me, and I thought here in UA. Where's this part? Here, let me get to it. I can see it. See how many chapters this is. There's a lot of gay shit in this.
great. No play. Yay.
It says, oh god, this is Todoroki. Oh god, I personally made Izuku so uncomfortable. I just had to go and scare him. Then again, he was so close to me. His eyes shine like emeralds and his cute freckles, to be honest. He's the one who's been on my mind. I can't stop thinking about him. I want to be with him all the time. Every time I speak to him, I feel like he wants to get away from me, which is why my dream will never come true.
Behind you.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm
sir.
shooting this nigga.
When you say behind me, I'm being repelled by a man. It doesn't matter.
I'm only reading the gay parts for Kiki now.
Then maybe you should listen harder.
Deku, sorry. Sorry about that. What were you saying, Todoroki? Here we go. Todoroki, I have been trying to understand why I want to be near you all the time so much. You're always on my mind, and I can't stop thinking about you. But now I know it's because I love. And then 2 people cut in. He's like, oh hey guys. He's like, tells them, goes on. He's like, sorry about that. What were you saying, Todoroki? I love broccoli. Deku, are you saying I look like broccoli? Todoroki, wait a minute. That's not what I meant. I'm so sorry. The chapter.
Swear to God, nigga. Yep. Why did they take away our ability to use planes? If the niggas who are in planes right now crash, we can't spawn anymore. Why is that? This is bullshit.
Oof.
This fucking challenge was gonna be, bro.
I wish I had more than 5 minutes. I have 5
Oh.
shots to kill one nigga.
Use the Siri body now.
I wouldn't.
Dance.
No, it doesn't. Up to 30 meters.
Baron von Zeppeli level plan.
Yep.
Kissing all day.
I'm alive. How?
Guy's trash, clearly. You want to be?
I gained a follower for doing this.
In the house. In the house.
That's pretty dope. That's my new thing now.
I have no idea where the hell this is.
I read fan fictions.
No, no, no. You won't be in charge of me. Leave me.
Gas, gas, gas.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do 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 do.
They told you
Yeah.
what the combat was going to be.
Oof. Okay. Kiki's like, I'm bored now. Stop fueling. Okay. One day, Kiki, I'll find your fan fiction. It's gonna be my new thing. Once I get enough fan base, I'm gonna have them scavenge the internet for it. They will read it. It will be glorious. The will to know. Alright, stream. It has been fun. It has been awesome to be here. To say the least. I do appreciate everybody who's came out. I had fun doing this. It was kind of all over the place. It's late at night. So it was something I threw together, and I'm going to try doing it more as going on. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm going to have a more edited down version. I'm going to put on YouTube. That's going to be more streamlined. So everybody, just look out for that. It's me, Dingo YouTube. But without further ado, I'm going to end the stream. It has been good. It has been great. I don't know what I'm saying. Ending the stream. Good night, everybody.